Sweet.
7, 8. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
I'm Jocelyn,
I'm Caden.
and we
Our
are
best
best of
kin.
kin. That was just the vibes I was feeling. We have a little Frank Sinatra in the background that we're listening to. So, welcome back. Another week, another gorgeous weather day, another spring. Little drizzle this morning, but I feel like it's gonna be pretty nice this week and next. And hopefully we'll have at least a couple more weeks of like nice weather without it getting like uncomfortably hot.
I think so. Enjoy it while it
And
lasts.
that's your weather update. And little baby announcement, if you want to. We now have video on Spotify. So if you listen on Spotify, or maybe you don't, but you should, you can now just watch it. You can toggle between watching and listening on the Spotify app, which I love. I love that for us. I love that for you.
Very user friendly.
So nice. And the back end platform is just really chef's kiss.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do it a while ago.
Well, because I was scared.
For what?
I like started it like at least 20 episodes ago, but I was scared that we would lose everything and that it would because it literally the second you hit like transfer RSS feed, it wipes out from your old host. So if it didn't properly transfer to the new one or something happened in the middle of that, you lose everything. You have to re-upload every single episode. So I was so nervous, but I worked with a guy. We switched hosting recently. And I don't think anything's going to change other than now we can do the video. And then once we have a certain amount of downloads / like regular listeners, there are just a lot more things that Spotify does for their creators. So
Analytic wise, or
analytics, clips, monetization, ads.
we can't do clips until a certain
No, we
amount?
can. We can do clips. But they have more support, I guess you could say, for the little guy. What?
It's a little muggy in here. I just realized.
Muggy?
Or just warm.
Oh.
Unless you don't feel warm.
I'm a little chilly. I think we're just a
Drink some
little
water.
hot because we swam this morning. Finally. It's been
Months.
1 week since you looked at me. It's been since I don't want to say it's been since July because that might have been when we started.
I don't know, but we only did it like
Several.
3 weeks after.
Oh, no. Based on how many photos I took?
We probably only went 4 times.
I want to say 5. Because I remember after we did the first month, I was like, okay, month 2. I like wrote notes after the first 4. I was like, month 1 goals, month 2
maybe
goals, month 3 goals.
Mid-August. I mean, it was
Either
because of the
way.
Olympics, the extra inspiration.
Totally. That really got me going, the Michael Phelps of it all. But, oh my God, that's right. That's crazy that was last summer. Time just be flying, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the fact it's already the time it is.
Mid-March. Marching on.
Yeah, honestly.
I love hearing the little birds tweet in the background. I hope you can hear that when you.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
There's a nice little tweet. The greenery is coming back. The trees like almost full green now. I'm like, oh,
growth
hell yeah.
in all aspects of life.
Oh my God, so true. And last time we recorded, you were talking about getting a car.
Were we?
Yeah, you were like, got approved for the loan.
Jeez, I guess a lot did happen already.
It's been a crazy, and it's crazy because we recorded last Thursday, and it's Wednesday, so it's been less than a full week.
We couldn't have recorded Thursday because that's when I got it.
Are you sure? No, you got it Friday because that's the day you were supposed to go to Tucson.
Oh, okay. So, but I left Thursday to Gilbert. What was Thursday?
And then the next morning,
so
you just hung out.
I was off.
Yeah, and then the next morning you went.
Yeah.
Did you get a new car?
Yeah, I did. I got it. 2023 Camry SE. It just fits all the needs of what I need.
It was
my
needed.
Lifestyle. I'm always out and about. I'm always leaving, going somewhere. Groceries.
Lots of driving.
Lily's work, both jobs. Gym every day almost. So yeah. Something that's fuel efficient, fun to drive.
Sporty.
Yeah, it's sporty. I mean,
So
I don't
new.
have any. Yeah, I'm just really trying to look at it subjectively as it's just like a tool. Obviously you want some. Uh, what's
You
the
want to
word?
love your car. You're going to be in it every single
Yeah, you
day.
want good amenities, but
It's like leathery. It's like leather seats.
no, it's
And
nice. Yeah,
no, so nice. The interface I love. Like the dash is so new looking.
yeah, it's nice and smooth too. It's good suspension.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just such little things that are not deal breakers, but you kind of notice a little bit
Like
as you
what?
drive it. But well, I didn't realize there's no floor mats at all, so I need to get
Yeah,
those.
ours didn't have floor mats either.
Uh, Apple CarPlay. It's 2023, but it only connects via USB, which is not a big deal. But for a 2023 model, is wild.
Surprising.
There's no blind spot assistance,
Yeah, ours doesn't have.
which is fine. And then the gas pedal, actually, it's connected to the base of the floor, and then it goes up instead of hanging down. But it's kind of, I mean, that's fine because I kind of set my foot on it, and then
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, you can really rip it.
But no, it's
Interesting.
fun, zoomy. It's pretty fuel efficient. It was only halfway full when I got it, and I still have yet to fill up. I mean, that's probably gonna be today, but
No, but so nice. That was
yeah.
just a
And I'm like kind
nature.
of like testing it out, driving it so where it's not the best
Sure.
fuel
Right.
economy,
You're like
but
pedal to the metal.
a little bit zoom in, red light, go
Yeah.
in sport mode,
Oh my God. Running reds
at a
now?
red light,
Oh, okay.
go in sport mode.
Just
So
like,
when it goes green.
yeah. He's like, I see that red.
But
I know
the
sport.
sensors are nice. The lane, what is it called?
Lane assist.
Yeah.
I love lane assist. Beep, 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 beep.
And cruise control sensors, so it like recognizes there's a radar and cars in front of you, so it brakes on its own.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of things. But yeah, I don't miss Forerunner at all. I mean, it's in the right direction.
This is what you needed, and this is what you got, and you got it, and you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And moving on from cars, because it's just so annoying to like be in limbo with the car situation.
I mean, we're both from when we moved in here.
Just
Two different cars
so
in the
crazy.
driveway now. It's kind of weird.
It's so crazy.
After having
You've
our
had
prior
this is your
cars
third
for so
car in
long,
less than a year.
which has never happened.
No, that's unprecedented. But there's nothing better than just knowing what the fuck, car secured.
Stability, yeah.
It's the stability of it all, yeah. Any other life updates? Anything you want to share with the class?
Since the last recording of Thursday, huh?
Mm-hmm. Weekend was good.
March Madness is coming up. Maybe we'll do another blind.
Bracket.
Yeah.
We should.
That starts, I think, like next
tomorrow.
week.
Okay.
It's a good question, though.
We should.
Yeah. No, I think I'm good. I mean, the weather's nice. It's keeping me out of Lifetime. Like, I'm off again this weekend, so it'll be cool.
The rain?
Huh?
The rain is keeping you out of Lifetime?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Because
okay.
That job is pretty depends on the weather.
Yes.
Cold. There's no one going to be there.
It's so true. So you have the weekend off.
Yeah.
Nice. Gorgeous.
Work Friday night, but that's fine. Hair's going to get done Friday. So haircut, highlights again for the spring and summer. Because those last me, I think, like a year and a half.
No, that's the thing.
It's been a while since I got them.
I feel like she gave me a lot of extra blonde, like more than I even like asked for. But she was like, "You don't come in very often." Like,
I was gonna tell her to
really
do a little more. Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why not? I'm coming to a point where I just want to try a little bit different,
Well, it's like you don't want to leave and be like, "Is it different?"
Oh, yeah. I'd rather.
That was you at one point. You were like, "Can you even tell?" You're like,
"I
want to feel blonde." I remember that.
The same girl, though?
Yeah.
Was it when I took my tip back?
Oh my God. My heart sank
time?
a little because so awkward. I don't remember, but.
I know. Looking in hindsight, though, I'm glad I did. I don't give a fuck.
No regrets. That's so funny.
Yeah, but I think, I do remember it being like you can't even tell. So I'd rather have it be A little more obvious.
What do you think about tipping service people that set, for example, a hairdresser? She's setting her own markup and setting her own rates on her services. So it's like what she needs to make for that service should already be included in what she's charging. Whereas your job, service person, you don't get to set your price per hour that you're already working.
Well,
So
that's the
like,
thing is like, how much is she profiting from just the payment
well, it's like I know she's
outside
got
of the tip?
expenses. So like it's the product, but and it's her time. But then there's a markup on that, and then she, you know what I mean? So it's like
But also, you're tipping when it just finished. Like
I know I'm like, let me sit with it for a week. And if I
that's
love
the only
it.
thing with how I guess the long term permanence of it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I mean, hey, she must
Hey.
be doing well.
Hey. Yeah, I hope so.
But yeah, that'll be Friday morning. St. Patty's Monday, doing stuff Sunday for it. Just
Fun.
probably a little day drinking.
Little green beer.
That's all.
Gotta get a
I know.
Guinness in.
That's what we should
Wear
have
your
done
Guinness
today.
shirt. You must.
Outside of any green.
Get a hat. Get some beads.
I mean, I've never worn. I don't think I've ever
I
like.
don't have a lot of green.
Yeah.
That's not something I like celebrate.
I mean, it's just an excuse to drink.
100%. I think that a
Like
nice
most holidays.
tradition to do with Sienna is like go 4-leaf clover hunting on St. Patrick's Day and like collect them, press them, save them, scrapbook them. I still want to scrapbook, but there's a little bit of a barrier of entry in terms of like purchasing the book, purchasing the supplies. Like I just haven't pulled the trigger on
A
the
lot of resistance.
purchases. I don't like spending money. But that's fine. I need to because she's growing up so fast. I have to catch up with the scrapbook before we go to Disneyland because that's going to be a whole book in itself, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot
Oh
of
my God, I can't wait.
content.
I've been hyping her up, but unfortunately, like her memory is so good these days. She wakes up and she's like, Disneyland, Uncle Rai Rai, rides, cars.
Yeah, she'd be spitting out stuff.
She's been really funny lately. Like the things she's remembering and saying, like, and she'll now just speak very conversationally, like, okay, sounds good. She said that to me this morning. I'm like, sounds good. She's like, you and KK do podcast? And I'm like, yep, we're going to do the podcast. She sees us setting up. She's like, for podcast? And then she's like, let's go to the library today while they do the podcast. I'm like, you little genius. Also, she's like fully going in the toilet. She doesn't go in her
Yeah.
diaper overnight, Kaden.
I know, it's huge.
Her diapers every morning
Before
dry
3.
as a bone. And then she just like goes potty in the mornings and then obviously throughout the day. But like she lets us know. Sometimes she doesn't even let us know. She'll just go in the bathroom and I'll be like, Sienna, where are you? She's on the toy, just taking care of business.
On her own?
On her own.
The small one, though,
No,
right?
she hasn't used a small one in weeks. She loves the big one. She climbs on the squatty potty. That's what
She's
it's
not
called,
gonna
right?
fall
Squatty
in.
potty? The squatty
Yeah, squatty
potty.
potty.
No, she doesn't fall in.
It's
She's pretty big.
impressive.
It's pretty impressive. I mean, we were really putting in the effort and we're giving her marshmallows for treats, but I would say it was like 3.5 weeks of just like everyday constant effort, like kind of exhausting. And then it like something clicked and she just was like, I'm going on the big potty. I'm not using the diapers anymore. Like we used to do diapers when they would do outings, like going to the library because we would just be like kind of nervous and not wanting to deal with the mess. But lately she's just been like so good that we leave the house with just the undies. I think at Disneyland, we would just go underwear. Kaden, we were spending so much money on diapers that I'm like so excited to reclaim that in our budget and just reallocate.
When is like pre-K coming?
So, I mean, we didn't go to preschool.
Or
us
just
as
kindergarten
kids.
in general?
Kindergarten's at 5 years old, which I feel
But
like
at her age, is it?
pre-K is 4 years old typically. Kindergarten's 5 years old, but a lot of people put their kids in some sort of like educational daycare or some other kind of preschool starting at like 2 years old, if not younger, which is crazy. Can you imagine? I like that I've been able to be very hands-on with her because I am molding her, you know what I mean? Like I'm not giving it to someone else to like do whatever they want and like I don't know, not that she wouldn't learn or whatever, but this girl knows the alphabet, she can count to 20. She knows her colors. We're teaching her days of the week. She knows when it's the weekend. Like She knows so much. We're going to teach her the months next. Then we'll teach her to tell time. I'm like, I didn't learn how to tell time until like first or second grade. I don't know. I just feel like, of course, being my child, I think she's perfect and so smart, but I feel like she's advanced. I don't know. Being so potty trained already, like, I feel like
I
she's
mean, no one's gonna think their
so
kid's
smart.
stupid.
I don't know.
Their own kid, you know.
I don't have anything to compare it to. That's the problem. But I do think she's a little genius. And I think that she could be put into school like early. Not that I want her to, but
Yeah.
she like could, I think. She could be in preschool right now, like crushing it. And she's so good with other kids, like at the library. Like she's so good at sharing, so good at taking turns. Like if a kid is crying, she goes up to them and like literally starts rubbing their back. It's okay, honey. She says she calls everyone honey. Oh my God. Just
Or
she couldn't be
sister.
better. No, she wants a sister. That's because of Bluey Bingo. That's
Yeah.
the word on the street. She's like, my sister?
That's the T.
That's the tea, honey. That's it for me. My only update is just I'm so proud of my daughter. And I can't wait to take her to Disneyland. I started plotting the outfits and I'm just, oh my God, there's something about it.
Prepared.
I have been dreaming for decades, Kaden. I used to in high school, like the era where you're just like watching YouTube videos all day and night. Like just YouTube was the big media, like TikTok, like
In high school, you're saying?
high school, even a little bit before, just like YouTube, just like videos, fail army,
Yeah.
pranks.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch proposals. I would watch just like flash mobs. Like you're just watching all these videos. I used to be obsessed with watching parents surprising their kids that they're going to Disneyland. And I would just watch those over and over again and like literally cry and just be like, oh my God, I can't wait until I have a kid and they're old enough to like understand and I like can surprise them and take them to Disneyland. That's literally how I feel like leading up to this trip.
It's a
just
different
like
type of excitement.
she's so ready to like understand. She loves Disney. There's a lot of Disney characters she likes. She's really tall for her age. She will be able to ride almost everything. Like literally. She's almost 48 inches, which is like
the height, yeah.
the height. She's 47 and a half. So
Oh,
come
wow.
June, I'm like, girl, Ryan said she'd probably be able to go on the Incredicoaster, which goes like upside down. I'm like, I don't know. Let's take it easy.
Jeez.
But
I can
I feel like she loves cars. She loves Monsters Inc. She loves just Inside Out. And there's like rides for all those things now. There's a Buzz ride, as we know. Like, I feel like she's just gonna eat that shit.
Toy Story
up.
too.
The Toy Story. They do characters. Pixar Pier at California Adventure is like she's a huge Pixar girly. So just for there to be so much, and we got her a little
Cars
Rapunzel
Land is
dress.
sick, yeah.
Cars Land is so sick, and she loves fucking car. No, she loves cars. She
Yeah.
loves cars. So I'm like, she has no idea what is coming. She just loves Mickey, Minnie. She knows Donald. She knows Goofy. Like she knows everything and everyone. She knows the vibes. And I feel like she's going to go and just be like, literally can't contain her excitement and just be like giggling and smiling and so happy the whole time. I can't wait. I can't wait. I feel like I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm almost more excited about
3
this
months.
than I am like
When's
was
her
like my
actual
wedding.
birthday again?
June 11th.
The 11th, yeah.
And so that'll be the third Disney day is June 11th. And so we'll put her in a dress. She's got the Rapunzel dress for her birthday. We're going to go and do a nice dinner on Pixar Pier. And we're going with Ryan. So he knows like the vibes. He knows what to do. He knows how to do the fast pass situation. Like,
he's at Orlando though, right?
yes, he's at Disney World. He is I believe he's a stage manager for Cirque du Soleil, which is owned
Did he
by
used to work
Disney.
at Anaheim?
No. And he's not been to that one as much, which is why I think it's going to be fun for all of us to like.
He's
go.
still there. Wow.
Yeah, he's still in Florida. He's been in
his
Florida
veins.
since he was, no, truly, since what, we were 17 or, no.
After
19,
college.
19. Well, he went to do the Disney
Or
college program
mid-college.
and never left.
Cool.
I mean, so cool. I feel the Disney adult like coming out. Like I feel just with Sienna,
They exist.
I am becoming one. I'm like, I want the merch. And
It's an aesthetic. For sure.
while we're there, it's Disney's 70th anniversary. So they're doing all these
I
extra
overheard Logan say that.
parades, extra things, extra characters, extra events. And I'm like, oh my God, I want it like a 70th like merch t-shirt or sweatshirt, like
Sweater.
gotta
yeah.
get a little something for that. But we've been saving up for this. So I'm just like excited to like go get all the things. eat all the
Go all
food,
out.
have all the snacks. No, like literally go all out. We got our hotel
Drinks
booked.
too.
Yeah. And our tickets, Sienna's free until she's 3. So she's free. And then Ryan, he has guest passes for me and Logan. So we're literally just like all on like the food, the souvenirs, the experience.
Locked in.
Locked in, baby. I won't keep going, but I am extremely excited. Like so beyond excited, Kaden. I don't think you understand. I don't know what to do with this pen. I didn't mean to have it there. And I need to like reduce my like not my storage, but I need to delete some things on my phone because I know it's gonna be like 5 whole days of just like recording her nonstop and taking pics. So and maybe I'll get a couple disposable cameras. There is something about the aesthetic that still rings nostalgia. Like you would think after all this time, it would just kind of like the nostalgia factor would die. But the second you walk on Main Street, brother, you
When's the
feel
last time
it.
you've been?
2018. I took Logan for the first time. He'd never even been to LA, so we did like an LA trip.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that was a separate time, but regardless.
Yeah, I think that's the last time I went.
Really? 2018?
December.
We went December or November.
Yeah, it was before I was living here. December 2018, yeah, we did that for Christmas.
Oh, okay. That's a nice little vibe.
Christmas vibe, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's cool, but it's definitely better now. They've added a lot of stuff.
They've added a lot of stuff. We haven't been since the Star Wars was even open.
Yeah.
And Logan's like,
construction.
I want a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I'm like,
build your own
we're not
lightsaber.
spending $200 on a lightsaber, bro.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Yeah. Maybe like to like as like wall art.
Yeah. But also, yeah, Sienna knows Baby Yoda. Like, I just feel she's such a good age for this. And the memes. It's going to be its own scrapbook. I just know it. Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm just as excited as Sienna. I can't wait.
Truly,
I'll stop talking about it, but I might be because I know what the fuck is up. But she doesn't know what's coming, Kaden. She has no idea what it is. Her
horizons will broaden.
Knows, like castle, like I said, there's a Mickey balloon because she loves balloons right now. I'm like, we'll get you a Mickey
she doesn't
balloon.
even know that everything she watches, there's a land that exists.
Oh my God.
Portraying
it's going to feel so real. It already kind of does for the adults, but now for her, she's just going to be immersed. Okay, I'll stop. I'm so excited. That's like, again, I think in life, it's important to have things you're looking forward to. Because it really just every day, like, oh, I have this coming up. Like, I feel like it just keeps you moving forward and like makes you a happier person.
Yeah.
It's like things to plan out. I'm planning the outfits. I'm planning like the itinerary. Like, it's fun outside of just like always working or like
not
doing
thinking
things
you have anything.
Do. Yeah. Just like to no end. It's just like, okay, we're going to have a whole week off. It's also like the vacation of it all. Just like the break from work. Like I know that break is coming.
Did Logan
and I'm just
already get it off, right?
Oh yeah.
June.
Oh my God. I couldn't be more excited. Clearly. I'm going to get some ears. Okay. I'm done. We should move on to the topic.
What's the topic?
Today we are discussing things that are either we're debating, you and I.
It's a debate. We're Disney's battling. Overrated. No,
that's what I was like gonna get into was like Disney adults overhyped or not hyped enough. But I actually think they're perfectly hyped.
Well, some don't
Disney
even have
is
kids.
That bitch. Well, that's the thing. It's like, but also who cares? You know what? Are they bothering anyone? No, they're just having a good time.
Wasn't there some weird conspiracies though about Walt?
Like that he's an Illuminati? I'm pretty sure.
Or just like, let's see. But I don't think Disney's overrated.
Because they keep updating it. If you think
it's overrated, you've never been.
I feel like they do a good job of keeping it interesting and modern and like relevant to the times. They're doing a new ride. They're building it. I don't know who knows when it's going to be ready.
Another?
But a Monsters Inc. ride that is the swinging doors in that door factory. You're like the doors that are like going through that track.
The amount of planning and money.
I know.
In one ride.
But I've been waiting for that ride. I feel like that was like when I saw the movie, I'm like, this would be the best ride. It's like finally.
There's some good rides. But
I still love Indiana Jones.
That's the thing though. Like we'll see if Sienna has the stomach, you know?
I know.
Because I got sick on the easiest ones.
We got to start soft. Little Dumbo. Little,
Dumbo?
Dumbo is just like the elephants.
In a circle?
Yeah, they're slow.
I don't know.
And then
Maybe or
there's
the teacup too.
the oh my God, that one could be well,
That's what I'm saying.
but that's like up to you to spin it however fast you want. You're like spinning
True.
it.
But you're spinning while spinning.
No, it's true.
Oh.
But then there's a Little Mermaid where you're just in like a little boat in the water and you're just seeing the scenery. So it's like little ones like that. I feel like gorgeous. Okay, let's talk about. I kind of want to start in the wellness industry since that's
Okay.
your forte.
Sure.
And I want to start with natural skincare, natural deodorant, natural shampoo. Is it overrated or underrated? I know how I feel.
What do you mean? Like, I'm talking about like native, like that? Like,
Yes, like native natural deodorant. Like, I have some strong opinions.
it's probably overrated because, I mean, it's like the right message and the right idea,
Yeah.
and could be better, but it's like at what measure, you know? And is this like with longevity of life? Is it just your day to day? Like, does it seep into
The chemicals.
if we're comparing to like I
Yeah.
don't know, like regular stuff, hot
Aluminum
spice,
deodorant.
yeah,
Or not
aluminum, or
aluminum.
because that was forever, said
Yeah.
it's to cause cancer.
Yeah.
You don't want metals,
The
but
heavy
it's
metals.
also, I mean, obviously we're not scientists, but
I'm not a
at
scientist.
what
All I know
extent?
is natural deodorant makes me smell bad, and sulfate free shampoo makes my hair frizzy, and natural skincare is like 30% more expensive. But is it doing
Oh yeah,
anything?
native is so expensive. I mean, you
But
just follow the
it's
money.
giving organic bananas. It's giving like the term just organic. They're like the clean label, but it doesn't work as well. Sorry, aluminum helps.
Oh,
You
it
know what I
does.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
no,
it's
aluminum
kind of a key
free, you will
ingredient.
smell bad. It doesn't work that well.
It doesn't work. So I'm like, if it's not working, what's the point? I bought Pantene the other day because I was so tired of just like my hair being so frizzy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to drugstore. I'm going back to the basics. We're getting secret aluminum ass deodorant. We're getting sulfates and sulfites in our shampoo and
Dang,
condition.
who would have thought?
Cheaper and it works. Works better actually. So that's where I'm at. Just not wanting to spend money on marketing. At the end of the day, these things are marketing
Yeah, the name
tools,
of the
but just like
brand and
the mission behind it. It's like save the whales. Like, this is donating to whales, or this is like clean beauty. That's a big phrase right now.
clean beauty.
Clean beauty.
I mean, that
Sephora,
industry
clean
alone,
check. No.
So it makes sense, yeah. And it's like
Yeah.
you could afford it with one purchase, but in like the grand scheme of budget, like when you can have something 20s of dollars cheaper.
When you run out of shampoo, conditioner, and deodorant and face wash in the same day, that's like $100 just to like restock on the necessities, the bare necessities. I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, what about all the other stuff like the morning and night routine of
So then there's that, the skincare of it all.
Yeah.
I started doing Korean skincare and I'm obsessed with it. It's cheap. It works amazing. The ingredients are really, 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 really good. Like wonderful. Korean skincare, people.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
But I don't have like a 10-step routine. It's just like cleanse, little toner sometimes. Sometimes I'll do a vitamin C mask. And then it's just like moisturizer and sunscreen. That's all we do. And the thing is with like...
But a lot of like how your skin, like the health
absorbs.
Of it. Or what it absorbs, yeah. But a lot of your skin health can fully depend on like what you put in your body
you're
too.
drinking,
Like food,
what you're eating. 1,000%.
Food and water.
And that is what I think the wellness industry in general is doing, is making you feel like you're
think about it. Maybe like big food is like teammates with big makeup. Because they can feed shit and they know that
it's gonna make you break out.
So
and
then
you have this whole acne
then you
plan.
have the Band-Aid.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. I'm saying the exact same thing basically, of just like the marketing of it all. It's to make you feel like these external things that you purchase will help you out when like it's inside.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like,
On the basic terms, you are what you eat. So
yeah.
it's what you put in your body. But then one can argue what you put on your body, because
Mm-hmm.
your skin is also an organ, so it absorbs, of course, whatever you put on it.
Of
So
course.
sunscreen, that's another big one.
Hot topic. Hot, hot. But I will
Yeah,
say French and Korean, those countries have a wider list of ingredients that have been approved by their version of the FDA or whatever
yeah,
that American products are not privy to. Like, we are not allowed to use so many safe ingredients because of big whoever, big FDA, big pharma, I don't know. But French and Korean skincare have just so many more ingredients that are more effective, healthier, less damaging. I don't know what they are,
yeah,
but
right.
couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But there's like this
I mean, if it
girl I
works well,
follow that
and
broke it all down.
and
Works so
some,
well.
and that's not to blanket, like not a blanket statement to eliminate all product, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, people have worse acne than others, or
Sure. Some people need the what's that product like in high school? I feel like Accutane.
yeah,
Oh my
or
god,
no,
aggressive.
what was it called? I
Proact
know you're saying, oh yeah, proactive.
proactive, but Accutane as well. I think Logan did Accutane in high school.
I
And he
had a
had really
little
bad.
bit of acne, but
I had more
after high
acne after high
school,
school.
I was okay.
I had more acne in my early 20s than
Mine
any
was
other
probably
time.
bad just playing football, like the chin strap, just rubbing
I couldn't stop
sweat.
touching my face. Like, just I touched my face a lot.
Yeah, I think I had a pretty oily face, Not too oily though, but I mean maybe
Just sweaty boy.
just a little, like, chin and cheek. A
Yeah.
little.
Nothing crazy.
What a weird,
Terrible time.
yeah,
Terrible time.
puberty. But
But that's kind of how I feel pivoting same conversation into supplements and
hmm
into sea moss and powders and what was the other one? Collagen powder, for example. It's like,
hmm Well,
how much are you actually
yeah, I'm on both
absorbing?
sides of it. Obviously, it's a
You're
supplement,
deeper.
so it's just
Supplementing what you should be getting in your food.
exactly. So if you didn't eat what you should have to get that vitamin or nutrition, whatever, you supplement with
But people are kind of like
the
replacing
yeah.
healthy diets with, oh, if I take this supplement and this supplement and this kelp powder and this whatever, like I'll check all the things,
I mean,
but
A1
perhaps
athletic
being
greens,
unhealthy.
like, oh, you don't eat
I
vegetables? We'll have this powder form. And it's
I don't
just
believe
like,
in athletic greens.
I've seen a lot of people compare all these different greens, and I mean, it's definitely overpriced, and it just goes down to the branding and the marketing of it. I mean, it looks
Yeah.
cool and clean
A
and
lot of
healthy.
influencers use it. It's very,
AG1. Yeah, it's on
yeah,
every podcast
AG1.
sponsor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about, I mean, does that here? Gosh, yeah, I
Because then
think
there's the
electrolytes
multivitamin
too,
of it
though. I was
all.
thinking about electrolytes, which
But
is, I think,
I'll do
out of all
that.
supplements.
I'll do electrolytes if I feel really dehydrated. I wouldn't do it every single day to supplement hydration. I would just do it like, oh, it's been a minute since I've drank water. I should probably just chug a water with electrolytes and then get back on my water game. It's not like instead of or always in addition
I think
to.
replacing, yeah, completely wrong. But maybe for those athletes that are pretty extreme, refueling,
Yeah. Run if you're a runner
there's good
or
benefits for sure.
yeah,
But if you have the right food, I mean, you're going to get all that.
right.
So yeah, it's a huge industry. And some people think that they need that to look a certain way, especially in the fitness culture.
That even goes into Botox.
If you don't have protein powder and pre-workout, how are you going to get big?
Right.
Yeah, so much toxic. It's a lot
You're
of
putting
toxic.
the toxins in to prevent the wrinkles that maybe you're getting because you're not hydrated enough. You know what I mean? Always, I just wish the message was start here. Start with water. Start with this kind of diet. And if that doesn't solve your problems, then move on to this. But it's also some people react to different foods and things differently. So they may feel very bloated or inflamed or have whatever, dairy issues or whatever.
That's why no
but
diet
then you have
is...
to try an elimination diet,
Well, that's the thing. It's
It's very personal.
all diets work. It's just not, it's how it works with that person, I guess. So,
yeah.
I mean, and it mostly does come down to restricting something, whether it's a food category, a calorie,
like keto, there's paleo,
or time,
calorie deficit,
restricting your time,
intermittent fasting. Yeah.
But it all leads to the same conclusion. It's just what works for that person.
Yes, for their schedule, for
And
their
staying
habits.
with it. I mean, it's so people do it 2 weeks and then I mean, I'm the perfect example of it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying something out 2 weeks and I have a binge weekend, and I'm like, well, why aren't I losing weight? And then, I mean, you don't really take it for 30 days.
Yeah.
Like really sticking to something for
Mm-hmm.
38 days, including Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's the hard part, the
Yeah.
weekend.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I actually cook more food on the weekends. I feel like when I'm cooking, I eat very, very healthy. Like, but it's when I don't feel like cooking and I'm just going for like little quick snacks all day. You know what I mean? When
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in my like cooking phase, and that's oh my God, I can't, hello, stuttering. Typically, that's a weekday is when I just don't feel like making 3 meals for myself as well as Sienna. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it. But the more I overthink like my calorie intake or overthink like the more my mind is on food.
The
You
more
know
you
what I mean? The
binge,
more I think about it and then the
the
more
more you
I'm
relapse.
snacking.
Yeah.
Like if I just stop thinking about it, literally I eat like a normal human being. You know what I mean? There's like
Yeah.
food noise is like what it's called. It's
Valid.
just like
And that
top
exists
of
because of
mind.
social media, you know?
Yeah, a lot of that. And that's why people take Ozempic because apparently it it completely removes your appetite and then
Yeah.
it gets rid of the food noise in your brain, that the thing that's like telling you that you're wanting to eat all the time. You just like have no desire to eat.
Yeah.
So if you could just mentally pretend you're on Ozempic and just be like, I'm not hungry. You know what I mean? Trick your mind into like not thinking about food, distracting yourself with other things, filling up on water, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of time people confuse that too.
Oh my God. I know that's me, Kaden.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
know.
sometimes me too.
I'm just like, God, I'm so hungry, but I'm also like,
That's
my
a lot
throat is
harder
dry.
probably being at home
No, it is.
when it's like, or being bored. That's
Yeah.
probably my problem. Like if I have a day off and I'm home, it's just
Just like
like,
walking to the pantry, like, what's new in here?
yeah.
What's going on in here,
The
everyone?
fifth time.
But I think my thing too is like, I can't keep it in the house or it will get eaten.
Yeah.
Those jalapeno chips, a spicy chip gets me.
It's simple, but it's not easy.
100%.
Like just eat anything that comes from the earth. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good base.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There was a couple other ones on here. I feel like we really nailed a lot of the ones with wellness. Essential oils as medicine.
Essential oils
Mm-hmm.
as medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Medicine?
I
What do you
mean,
mean? Like,
did you see those like documentaries on Netflix? It was like the doTERRA. It's kind of an MLM, some of the essential oil brands. doTERRA is one of them. And people were drinking like to cure ailments. Like, oh, I have a cold. I'm going to snort peppermint or whatever. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
there's
Like,
sinus blaster or something.
I don't know, cleaning products. Like it was everything, but there's no antibacterial agent. So it's not cleaning any bacteria. It's just like making the house smell good. I don't know.
It could be placebos
Placebo potentially,
or
but
just
people,
temporary.
but also I wonder
Fixes.
like to what extent is the essential oil like poisoning you? Because again, it's all about dosing, dosages,
It's in the dose. Yeah, the poison's in the dose.
Yeah. So people that are just like, this is medicine, a spoonful of frankincense, as Jesus would. No.
My incense.
Frankincense and myrrh. Those were the gifts that the shepherds brought the baby Jesus.
And it is easy to get overwhelmed and like, well, I can't eat anything, like when people you see those comments
God,
like,
I know.
can we have anything? I mean, obviously the human body is super
So
adaptable and
resilient.
resilient. So, I mean, have that Rice Krispie, have that pizza slice, but I mean, just be, I guess,
don't eat the whole pizza from Costco because that's 700
or
calories
don't
a
turn it into a
slice.
week of having pizza every day.
Yeah. And that's
enjoy
on
life.
moderation. And that's on moderation. But that does get to the point where you're constantly hearing like, oh.
But if you want to feel better mentally and physically, like day in, day out, then just eat whole foods and drink water.
Truly.
And don't feel bad.
You'll be able to spend less money on supplements. You'll be able to spend less money on skincare.
That's the thing too, expensive it. And I feel like, true, right? Like that's why
collagen powder, like $50. Like it's kind of ridiculous if you think about it.
I know it is. And that's why I'm trying to shy away because I think it's the idea of having protein powder. Like, oh, if I had a creamy, I can make something cool. Or, I can make smoothies. But it's like, well, I don't have to do that. And I don't really do that.
And you are a meat lover, so I'm sure you're getting so much protein from the meat
Yeah,
you do
I
eat.
I get at least 200 grams of protein a
That's
day.
wild. I aim for 80. I don't reach that.
80? You don't
Oh
get
my
80?
God.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'll eat like 3 eggs, 2 sausage links,
A
and then a
good measure
coffee.
is 0.85 of your body weight.
I'm so skinny.
Or where you want to be at, you eat that in grams.
No. Maybe for men.
0.0
Men probably need more protein than women.
0.85 is a good measure. That's not just for men. Men, if like
When
that, you
I
want
was
to.
pregnant, they were telling me to reach for 80, so I just kept that.
Okay, but you're not even reaching that though. That's why.
But that's what my goal is. That's why it's a goal.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's my target.
I mean, in the steak alone on your Sunday dinners, that's just
that's just
almost
the
hitting it.
weekends. But like weekdays, I'll have like the chicken wonton soup with bone broth. Bone broth has protein, but I'm not counting it. So it's like I'm not counting my macros at the moment. Because the more I overthink it, the more I like don't do well. So I just like I eat when I'm hungry and I try to make that like a decent meal.
And there's always some protein in it,
right? Typically. I mean, there's protein in so many things like yogurt. Literally, small ass yogurt. It's like 3 bites, 12 grams of protein. You know what I mean? It is quite easy if you're aware. But no, literally just the collagen powder, the sea moss. I can't with that shit.
All supplements.
All subs.
The only one that like a lot of people recommend because it's the most studied and your body actually creates it on its own is creatine monohydrate. And that's good for I forgot, I posted about it. But I also, I mean, I don't necessarily need the supplements I use, but I like them.
Yeah.
But as far as the expense aspect, I think I want to shy away and then just focus on, I guess, a grocery list that's small but efficient for just
the daily needs.
Bare necessity. Yeah.
Bananas, meats, cheeses, condiments. That's all you eat.
I'm even trying to cut down on that because you don't
condiments
realize
are very caloric.
Yeah, but not only that, or they're a lot of carbs too. And
mustard's pretty good though.
No,
mustard's pretty clean.
There's
just
zero
go
everything.
Straight mustard.
That's
bro.
what I've been doing, and a little bit of Dijon, so it's like almost honey mustard, just without the honey. But yeah, I just like ground beef with mustard and Dijon last night, and it was good. I also saw adding like a sprinkle of nuts on it, so you get that savory and salt and crunch and texture. So I'm gonna try that out. But you really just don't need that much, too. I mean, I just always thought that like I need to meet my target, and it's okay if I go over a little bit of calories if I'm meeting the macro, but or if I don't get this much protein, then it's that feeling of like, oh, I'm losing muscle, But
oh my gosh,
I could probably go not eat for 2 weeks and be very similar. If anything, lose fat.
Yeah.
So so it's okay to, I mean,
it's like
eat less for me anyway. I mean,
because I mean it's tough because you're very active, but at the same time, it's like you could be eating things that are so nutrient dense or just denser whole foods to where they're filling for longer. Yeah. Like we have so much lettuce in the backyard right now. Like we should be making like lettuce wraps that are like full stuff.
What type of lettuce? Like romaine?
Romaine. Yeah, we do a little lettuce wrap.
We have romaine.
All those bushels that are grown in the garden bed. Have you looked in there recently, Kaden?
No.
You're gonna be so proud. I have a whole thing of green onions that are like fully formed, like lettuce, gorgina.
Wow.
Make some tacos.
I mean, that just adds volume too. Chopped up romaine.
Well, that's the thing. Like, and water, hydration. I ate a cucumber with tzatziki for a snack the other day, and it was so good. And tzatziki is just like literally dill, cucumber, and yogurt.
Underrated.
Yeah. Cucumbers are with the crunch, bro. Cucumbers with salt.
Tomatoes
very
with
good.
Salt.
Oh yeah.
And mustard.
Just like an open-faced sandwich.
Mustard.
Has been obsessed with mustard since he was a baby. Little baby boy.
Mustard and ketchup.
I actually want to move on to food and drinks in
we
terms
can do
of this,
different.
but I just want to check the cans.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Say what you need to say.
No, I think that really covers the
wellness of it all.
Wellness, health. Because I feel like that's very prevalent in everyone's life.
So we're saying overrated for all of the above.
A lot. You can
Sups,
seep in the moderation and the
clean
balance of it,
beauty.
but I mean, because people don't realize, yeah, maybe like you're in good shape, but is your brain in
Are
good
you
shape?
healthy? Yeah.
Because I have those binges of not only just if it's not even including drinking, but eating like ass
Yeah.
and the brain fog. Yeah, just it's such a weird
And
feeling.
just the way that your whole body is so interconnected. So it's just like thinking about the whole body. The sleep that you get, your teeth affect your brain affects your gut. Like everything is
That's another
connected.
thing too. Oh yeah, your gut. Yeah, we talked
Gut
about that a couple of
health,
times. Yeah,
microbiome, and mental
Whole
health,
Foods doesn't have to be
huge
organic.
connection. Yeah. Just
Fruit,
eating
meat,
real
dairy.
food, not even thinking like, oh, I'm going to eat like the cavemen did, or I'm going to eat like
Yeah.
the Mediterranean diet. It's
Uh
like,
huh. Yeah.
just eat actual food that didn't come from a bag or a box. Just like shop
From the
the outer
earth. Yeah,
aisles,
from the
shop the
earth. Yeah.
outside aisles, not any of the inner
Veggie,
aisles.
fruit, meat, dairy.
And, that's not to say I'll do a cracker with hummus.
What'd you call me? Yeah, for sure. I'll
Like,
do a
I like a
pizza.
cracker. I'll have a slice on the
Yeah,
weekends.
LGO, whatever.
Oh my God, I'll eat the whole goddamn pizza. But there's bell peppers on it. By the way, bell peppers I've been really like loving lately. I had that as a snack the other day, just like an entire yellow bell pepper
They're
sauteed
good.
with salt.
They're in the
Yellow
fire roasted veggies. I get
yellow peppers right now.
huge rack. Don't like vegetables.
I
Or
can eat
the
one a day.
frozen fire roasted veggies at Costco. That
I love fire
smack.
roasted.
What's
Avocado
the next one?
toast. Overrated or underrated?
Simplicity.
I think it's perfectly
Underrated?
rated.
Yeah.
Because it is delicious, especially the way we do it, where it's like maybe a little honey, maybe a little red chili flake, salt, like
Dang, I
delicious.
haven't done that in a while.
Sriracha. Oh, I used to do like sriracha honey and then avocado and then a red chili flake and salt. Delicious, but not for a whole meal. Like that would be like a snack or like on the side of like eggs or something.
Oh
Like,
yeah, because the only
not
protein's
super
coming from
filling.
the bread, and that's very little.
No, that's a good point.
Maybe with an egg.
Yeah, little
I think like a sunny side up on top
delicious. Or a
and
sliced
sourdough bread.
soft boiled.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Okay. Pumpkin spice lattes or pumpkin spice period. Period. Over, under, perfect.
Maybe it was rated fine until Starbucks made it a thing, and then it became
Until the white girls
it
got a hold of it.
Yeah, it became the fall, the autumn.
Yeah.
I mean, they start
like in August these days.
Yeah, I want to say because
August feels like fall to me. Just the name. We've already had this conversation, but just the name August. I'm getting orange.
It could feel like that in other places.
Thinking about like going to an Ivy League school in August.
It's
giving fall.
Going to
Harvard in August. Michelin-star restaurants, over or under?
I mean,
it depends.
That's subjective.
Have you seen the movie The Menu?
Yeah, me and Lily watched that.
Did you like it?
We've watched actually. We can do a quick side note of movies because I forgot to tell you we went to go see Mickey 17.
Okay.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was about.
Oh, okay.
We just watched The Gorge, which is funny. It's the same actress.
Yeah.
In The Menu.
I've seen so many clips of that on TikTok. I feel like I've seen it. So
strange. No idea that's what this is going to be about.
Did you like it?
It was all right.
Yeah.
And then we tried watching. Oh yeah, we had a good movie weekend, but yeah, The Menu. Okay. I liked it as far as a unique storyline plot.
It's a bit of a parody.
It seems like
they're making a joke of
this
these
severity.
Serious restaurants. Yeah.
And then it's kind of like where it's going. And then when no spoiler, yeah,
it's old. We can skip
it. But like decent actors. I mean, Ralph.
I love Nicholas Holtz.
Ralph Fiennes, right?
Ray Fiennes.
Voldemort. Great acting. Just a weird, interesting, unique. And then when that one guy shot himself, I was like, oh my God, is this where it's going?
When he shoots himself.
And then.
It's so aggressive and so.
Or like, yeah, he's like treating him like shit.
Things like that are unsettling to me to where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Like things like
that. Well, there was more,
me.
Right? What else happens? Like, I guess his finger cut off.
Well, that guy that got dropped into the lake.
Oh,
with
yeah.
the angel wings.
Yeah, it's disturbing a little bit. It was pretty disturbing. And yeah, like cult like. Or yeah, like they like let the guys like go run
Go
for
see if they
45
could
seconds.
escape on
It
their
reminded me
own.
of
Kind of
that one
Hunger
Channing Tatum
Gamesy.
movie
The
we
Blink Twice
watched.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as like Hunger Gamey, being
Yeah.
like trapped on an island.
Oh my God.
Oh, and that one actor too, how he was so annoying and like treating her like shit. The
Hmm.
main dude who
Oh,
like
yeah,
wanted
Nicholas
that
Holt.
like
Nicholas.
that wanted to
Nikolai.
commit suicide
Yeah,
because
that
he
was
was
weird too.
worthless.
But he knew that everyone was going to die there.
Yeah, that was weird. That's when I
And
was
he
like,
was
okay,
also
this is
willing
not
to play
believable, but
along. But again, I do think it's a comedy at the end of the day.
it
But just
seems
extremely shocking and like gory. And then,
yeah, but just the extreme of the extreme. It kind of shows that like how pointless it is, and then it just shows like how simple food can be with a nice cheeseburger.
Or just like sometimes that's
That's made
better
with love. Yeah,
than like all the fluffy, like all the fluff.
yeah.
The like cold foam atop a cracker that was baked in
Oh yeah, the
a
stories of each
5,000-year
one.
oven and yeah.
I'm trying to remember like any of the meals.
No, but
Wasn't one just like
the
sauces?
tortillas. Oh yeah, the
Oh yeah, tortillas with
sauces
print on
that
them.
were printed with their deepest darkest secrets.
That might be a
Like,
parody. Yeah, that was
no,
like, eh?
it says it's a comedy. Like it's
Really?
supposed to be like ha ha, but it's also like ha ha.
Well, then that's when you mentioned the Michelin-star restaurants. I mean, that was my first
Yeah.
initial feeling. That's just like
Are they
it's an
overhyped?
art, but to what extent?
Mm-hmm. To what extent is just so
Because when you see art, right? There's that one
egotistical.
fucking like art piece in a big museum. It's like a banana on the wall, like nailed to a wall.
Well, that's where I'm like, a lot of modern art is money laundering.
Modern art. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Because you can, Kim Kardashian buys a piece of art for $10 million, and now that has like a $10 million like equity worth or whatever. But it's also like a way to wash money, I think.
I would agree because, I mean, who's giving it that value? What is
No,
the
exactly.
measurement of value
And that's
of
the
art?
thing with art. It's because it's
Shouldn't it be
so
priceless?
subjective. It's whatever someone is willing to pay for it is what it's worth.
It's not just like ego in a sense. You know?
That's how I feel about Michelin restaurants a little bit. It's just like the chef's
Yeah.
ego, like on a plate.
Was that what the bear was about? Was that a Michelin restaurant where they're trying to get their star?
I don't even think that was.
I literally
maybe
watched the first episode. So I'm like, fuck this.
I hate
I literally
that
do
show.
this every day.
That's a hot take. That is the okay. Are we talking overhyped and underhyped? The Bear is the most overhyped show. So painful to watch. So overdone. And this is coming from someone who's like aware of what the industry is like. Between you and Logan, between my friends who have worked in the restaurants, like
Yeah, you have a lot of industry friends.
I've known chefs, like, yeah, it's what it's like to an extent, but it's so, and that's the thing too, where they competed in the comedy category every year and then they swept the comedy category.
So I'm like, that.
Are they making fun of it and they're just, everyone else is really into it and that's like the joke? Like maybe it's literally a joke because that's the vibes I'm getting. We watched season 1. I was like, okay, it's a little loud and annoying. Season 2, not good.
It's the extremes.
We watched the first episode of season 3, and there were so many jump cuts and just like timeline jumps.
The pacing, yeah.
The pacing is so dreadful.
What makes you
it.
Anxious almost.
And that's what they're obviously intending to do, but it's I'm not going to watch this in my free time. My time is valuable.
It's weird to have such a passion of creating food that one person will enjoy temporarily and maybe remember it, but I don't know.
It's their life.
It's tough. It's like in the industry, you see like the worst of humanity in a sense, and then like the best in some senses.
But that's all because the customers.
The kind guests.
Mm-hmm. Standard.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean it's done me well. It's nice money. It's temporary, and there's no, I guess for me, growth of higher, income, and unless you want to take those steps.
Because you're going to be working more.
That.
Yeah.
So yeah, I I'm trying to enjoy it while it lasts because I know it one day will be over. But I am definitely looking forward to that day. I'm like,
Yeah. It's just like you have to know it for what it is. Like it's not a dream job. It's not whatever. It's literally just like a means to have a flexible job that makes a decent amount of money.
yeah.
That
So it blows my
then
mind that I mean,
it's the flexibility of it.
there's
And
older.
quite honestly, pays more than so many salary jobs.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
the tips
With
that
the
you get.
education. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's a mental game too. I mean, you're just playing like a puzzle piece game the whole time,
Yeah.
finding your flow and rhythm,
Yeah.
and then it's a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Clientele, the location of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm. It depends.
A lot of aspects, a lot of moving parts, but yeah, that and Shameless, I think it was pretty overhyped.
I couldn't sit through that. Same actor.
Exactly.
The main guy in The Bear was in Shameless.
Was he?
Yeah. He was
Oh
like
my
the
God,
little
you're
brother or
right.
something. I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
Just from like previews.
I was just trying to think about.
Never seen it. I just don't care to like watch like fucked up family dynamics and people like losing their shit and like I don't know. I just don't care in terms of entertainment. I'm just like I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. Truffle fries, truffle pasta,
I think perfectly rated.
delicious or too much everywhere.
Well, now I'm seeing those memes of those millennial burger.
I know.
And then like truffle fries in a metal can.
Are young.
That's right.
What are you talking
We go big or go home
Yeah.
together. We are young. Hey.
And it's I actually just saw someone was like, "Oh, I'm at a millennial spot," and it was bacon hung up with clothespins on this little line for you to like as a side.
Or like the grand master, like boss of like the shaved all around, but man bun,
the
beard,
handlebar mustache,
apron,
the apron,
flannel.
It's a gastropub.
Yeah, gastropubs. Or like the truffle fries, like in the metal container, like a tin.
Yeah.
Facing upright, like you don't get that much.
Yeah. That's millennials' attempt at like Michelin.
Millennials have a lot of, I think.
We get a lot of flack, but
but a lot of trends that were very prevalent in the
people
like
were getting the mustache tattoos on their fingers. Do you remember that? Getting a little mustache tattoo and people be like,
or oh gosh,
drawing a mustache on your finger,
or like the lip tattoos. I don't know if that's still relevant.
Yeah, those like fade though pretty quickly, you know?
Yeah,
because your mouth like heals so fast. What other is like 2010, so millennial? Oh my God, I saw this guy that was like the transformation of millennials, and it was like the like black like scene hair, like combed forward. You know what I mean?
Like and for then, women?
No, men. I'll have to send this to you because it was literally like the 3 stages of like millennial man.
What is the age, the years of millennial?
I believe that we're elder millennial. I almost don't even believe that you're a millennial.
I don't think I am.
You're not.
Because we are young.
Hey!
Ah! Oh!
Ah! Let's
That's
go.
Right.
Okay, millennial years 81 to 96.
Yeah, wow. So I'm Gen X?
You're a very young Gen Z.
Gen X.
No. You're Gen Z, my friend.
Oh, Gen X is now.
Gen X is before. Gen X.
Is Gen A now? What the hell is going on?
Millennials are Generation Y, but they're just always called millennials. They're between Gen X and Gen Z. So like Chris Yamano is a Gen X. I'm Gen Y, you're Gen Z. Sienna's Gen Alpha A, and then they've moved on to Beta.
Gen Z. Gen Z until when? Oh.
Okay.
We go big or go home together.
Gen Z is 97 to 2012. So you are literally a very young Gen Z, and you're on the brink, grouped with all those.
I'm a young millennial Z. Millennial Z. Millie Z.
It's funny. Gen Z.
I had to check someone's ID yesterday.
Zoomers.
Oh yeah,
because they're like
Zoomers. Yeah.
Boomery.
Yeah.
And like just their complaints.
Mystery repeats itself.
It's giving Karen. It's giving baby Karens. Okay, what?
I ID'd someone yesterday and it said 04. I was like, wait, are you 21? It was really
That's
weird to see.
really weird, actually. It's weird
I mean,
that,
someone could be 05 in January and they'd be 21. So wild.
you know, when like the 70s was like, oh, that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When
Like,
it's 50
or
or almost
yeah.
60 in
Yuck.
5 years.
See, that freaks me out. I think 90s, I'm like, 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's weird that you look at your own life like that and then
Time
see
moves.
how, I mean, Sienna still have all of those small phases to go through.
I know. She has so
School,
much ahead of
puberty,
her.
childhood,
I know.
teenage,
Yeah.
leaving home, going to school or whatever college exists like in
Getting married.
15 years.
She has her whole life ahead of her.
Indeed.
It's really crazy. Okay, let's move away from food. Let me do a quick fire. How long have we been going?
104. 103. 103.
Do we want to do internet and tech, life and culture, or pop culture?
We do pop culture.
Marvel movies, overrated or peak entertainment?
Overrated now.
Hella. We
Yeah.
talked about this, I think, during our hot takes episode.
Rated fine until
OG Iron Man.
until like this Avengers. First Avengers was sick, but then
They take it too far. We are.
yeah, I know, it's stuck in my head.
It really is.
Good for that guy.
Good for that fucking
You
guy.
saw the SNL like parody of Mumford and Sons, right? With Jason Sudeikis, Jason Bateman.
Oh, yes, of course. It's like a music video.
Yeah.
And they're
I
like,
think Fred Armisen.
yeah, and Will Forte.
Yes.
I love that guy. The Office, comedy gold, or painfully
Okay, yeah.
overhyped?
People think it's overhyped. I got to.
I feel like the way some millennials act about it is chuggy. However, it is hilarious, and I love The Office, and I could watch
enjoy
it
it.
over and over
Yeah.
and over again. While I was in labor, I watched literally The Office for 4 hours.
I like that shot or that type of.
I don't think they invented that. I think it was the UK office that invented it, but
I believe
I do love that camera style.
Parks and Rec.
It split into Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my god, I love that show. Have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I was gonna say,
not
I
all the
feel
way
like you would
through,
love
but
it.
majority, yeah.
You would love it. Live action Disney remakes.
Ooh.
And the question there is nostalgic fun or corporate cash grab? I'm leaning
Corporate.
towards cash grab. Lion King sucked. The live action Lion King.
It wasn't even live action.
Well, it like technically was, but it was all CGI, so it's like it might as well have been animated. There's no like people in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That it was like
It was
one we
animated.
didn't need to see.
It was very CGI.
Yes. Aladdin got terrible reviews. I don't need to see Will Smith
didn't
as
see
the
it.
genie.
Oh,
I didn't
I
see
forgot
it
about
because I
that.
won't.
I don't know if I've ever seen one. List them out. I can't think of any right now.
Of the other live action, Little Mermaid I saw, that was actually good.
Oh,
And
wow.
that made
Forgot about
sense
that.
because it literally took place off like the Caribbean islands. So it was like, that makes sense.
It wasn't a white girl.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Snow White is coming out. It's gotten terrible reviews because people don't like Gal Gadot and Rachel, I guess, the main girl.
Gal Gadot is Snow White.
No, she's the queen.
Oh, she's a terrible actress.
She is a terrible
I've seen
actress.
a montage of like her
The
terrible
accent.
lines
She
she's had
can't-
and the no
yeah,
delivery.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing when it's just not believable.
Yeah, like her and Wonder Woman.
Which
was
I will
like,
say,
just
Mickey
okay.
17, Robert Pattinson did fucking amazing.
He's so good. The voice that he does for that.
Yeah, which I saw in
So
an interview
random.
why he did it, but I don't. It was
I
kind of
fucking
got
get it.
annoying, but it was kind of funny.
Doesn't
But
he just like die a million times for the sake of humanity?
A little bit of like there's a section of civilization that's going to a planet, and they want to make sure that planet is safe to
Repopulate.
Yeah, so you can kind of see how there's kind of some connections to, I guess, today. But yeah, he keeps dying, gets reprinted, and then one time he doesn't die, but is lost out.
In space?
No, on the planet. And so they think he dies, so they reprint him again. He comes back, and then he has a
double.
multiple. And so it's just him with two different kind of personalities acting like majority of the movies. And he did really good. Like I was like, you think it's two different people?
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but it was shot pretty well. But it was just strange. Like, and I was not. I had no idea what it was about, other than maybe he gets reprinted for whatever.
That's almost
But then
worse,
I was
though, to
like,
not know what to
it's just
expect
constantly, yeah,
sometimes.
because you're
You're looking
constantly trying to
for,
find the direction, and it's not going the way you think it's going.
yeah.
And then it was interesting. And Mark Ruffalo was good in it too, but he's kind of annoying. His character.
Mm. That's how you know he did a good job.
Because we are young.
Young.
That's
Hey.
right.
Okay, award shows, Oscars, Grammys. We've talked
Overrated
about
now.
this. Overrated for sure. Overrated for sure. Depends on who the
Perfectly
host
rated
is.
prior to smartphone.
Sure. They were like, "Oh my god, let's get our ballots. Let's pick our
Yeah, well,
faves."
remember that we had like a table with all the candy.
So
Ah,
Oscar-y. Oh, childhood. Oh,
I
Tucson
know.
living.
It's like it just seemed okay to be eaten that way, you know.
To be eating that way, you said?
Yeah, it's like I'm just a kid. I can have candy right now. All this candy, look at all this
Subway
candy.
and candy.
But now it's like
Oh,
there's a bag of
God.
chips, and it's like,
Bro, I'm starting to feel the things that I'm eating immediately instead of like, oh, can't really tell a difference. If I eat chips, my stomach is in knots. I'm like, I feel the oil sitting in my stomach.
that's how I definitely. I mean, yeah, like that
Can't do
pizza. I mean, and the energy too. We didn't even
Headaches.
go over that.
Bro.
The physical and mental health, right? But the energy your body sustains throughout the day
Yeah.
is.
And then you feel sluggish, and then that affects so many choices. Like so many
Yeah.
things. Like, oh, I don't feel like cooking dinner. Like,
And yeah, we have the power control over that, but there's so
it doesn't help.
much noise, like you said.
So much noise.
Because
We are young.
That's right.
Hey.
Oh. No banter on Lumineers though. They're close to that genre.
They're
but,
so close, but so far.
I mean, it's
I
better.
love a Luminaire.
I've been trying to do right.
Hey.
Love.
Ho. Okay.
Keep them coming.
Well,
Fire
our hot
round.
takes episode, we talked already about like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, both very overrated.
I know when you first texted me the subject,
you're like, we just talked about this.
I was like,
no, but
I
it's
was
different.
First thing I thought was Taylor Swift, but
no, I know.
Well, I don't gotta shit on her anymore.
We ain't gotta keep pooping on her face. Celebrity apologies, meaningful or PR stunts?
Oh my god, PR.
100%. They have someone else write them, and then they look into the camera and they cry, and then they look off screen to read the script, and then they look back. Like, no. Or they'll type it in a notes app. They'll type an apology in a notes app and then screenshot it and then post that. I'm like,
ooh, I got one.
Ooh, what?
Run clubs.
Ooh, something I know nothing about. I've just never participated in one, but there's like girls ones. Not
It's like,
girls,
is it the health and social
groups.
aspect, or is it the
Are you there to
the
take a
social
pic
media? Yeah,
that you were there.
the fad.
I think it's a fad.
Yeah, they should do like a no phones allowed run club. How many people would come to that? Huh?
No, literally.
Well,
that's
I guess
the thing.
how I listen to music, but
I mean, there's like groups. There's hiking groups. There's walking
yeah,
groups. There's
no,
moms
I like that.
walking
Pickleball group.
Yeah, I like, but keep it small.
Which
the bigger it is, the more out of control it gets. The more it is less a community and more just like a free for all.
Yeah.
And people doing it.
I started going and it got so big. I went multiple times, but it got so big, and then like the stops and then the route, I was like, I can just do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want to get a run in,
mm-hmm.
you know.
And yeah, less effort.
It was exciting. I mean, the very first time I went, it was awesome. So like I can see someone that was like scared to start or was shy. I mean, it was a really good like community like positive message. Then it got really big, which is fine, but
it went viral. That's what happens.
It did. Yeah, it goes viral. So how do you like sustain the
community aspect? But
the soul.
It's tough because I think a lot of people are doing it to like meet hot singles.
I mean, that's why it's turned into
it became like a dating
it's a singles club.
yeah,
and that's what pickleball is now too. Almost.
Yeah.
The clubs are turning into like dink dates. You know.
Like
meet your dink or your mate, dink mate.
Double income, no kids.
Dink date mate.
Dango ate my baby.
What is that from?
I don't know.
It's from a comedy, I think.
AI generated art. We're moving to internet and tech.
Overrated?
It's so obvious.
Because it's pulling.
And so ugly.
Have you tried on ChatGPT?
No, not really.
I mean, obviously, it's cool to like see your words visualizing something
But
that
they don't do
hasn't
a good
been.
job. It's like, this isn't
Well,
what
yeah, I
this
mean,
looks
give it.
like.
What do you
Give
say?
it some good
Dingo
prompts.
ate my baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is from a movie.
What is it from?
Evil Angels.
Never heard of her.
The dingoes got my baby.
TikTok influencers.
Meryl Streep. Ooh,
Entertaining or unbearable?
majority unbearable.
I feel like if a TikTok influencer, okay, I
But
don't
it's
like
so
that.
geared towards
It's just modern.
the younger crowd. I mean, that
Yes.
one. I don't know if you ever saw that one guy that would just go around yelling like, "Papi Chumano" or whatever. Have you heard
See,
that?
I hate when people are being
Disrespectful.
annoying as fuck in public
Yeah,
for the sake
for
of the
clout.
views.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
and it's hard.
I
It's
like
like,
Alex Earl. She's like, okay, it was like, get ready with me to do this. She's just getting ready to go out to the bars, and
yeah,
now
but
she's
don't they
created
get
a
ready and like
lifestyle.
they're like obviously like they're like they start in their underwear or something, right? Like,
I mean, some of the. What have you been watching,
no, that's
Karen?
what I've
No,
heard. Like Lily told me, like you don't need to
No, it's
fucking
true.
start with your
Like,
underwear on,
no, it's true. There's some that are just doing that for the views as well.
or like their backs turned. Like
There's a
obviously it's
whole
like
thing right now.
it's backside boob or
A
something.
girl had just made a comment about how like the New York TikTok influencers are just so insufferable, and then it ended up going viral, and then all the New York influencers are like bullying this girl, and like it's having a moment right now. That's the only
Well,
context that I
also
know
like
about it. But
the live streams of NPCs.
oh my god!
But it's like, why is that so insufferable
Hate.
when it's like, what if
As long as they're
we,
quiet.
to be devil's advocate, to like just let people do whatever the fuck they want?
Sure, but if you're running around a grocery store exploding milk gallons everywhere, like
Yeah, I guess there is some
off.
human love.
There's just this stuff, or the ones where you're going up to strangers, someone's recording, and you're throwing a basket over their head, and then over your head, and then you're looking around like,
someone
what?
did that to you.
Oh
yeah.
my god! I'm like,
I saw someone
stop.
at Home Depot accidentally like using the hose, like spraying people.
See, this is where I'm like, have you no decency?
But it's so funny for everyone watching. But anyone would be so annoyed if that happened to them.
I would literally, if someone put a basket over my head in a grocery store, I would just like, you don't know
You
people's
hear that,
intentions.
folks?
The world is not safe. Like, you never know who is doing these things. Like, if you're just like attacked like that and you don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
I would be so scared, and I would just be fully fight or flight mode.
Another blank statement. Just put the phone down. You know.
Step outside. Step in the grass. Breathe in the
try
fresh
and think
air.
like how the majority of the population, how much do not get outside,
Yeah.
like intentionally instead of like having to travel or something to work.
If we didn't
And
have
then
this yard, I
how-
would never be going outside.
I know. I think about that, or like being exposed to natural light, because
Yeah.
like, I mean, luckily the last apartment had nice lighting, but
Not everyone.
Yeah, it's
Some
true.
people have low ceilings and no natural light.
Third
Oh my God.
story
I would get
inside
claustrophobic.
of a complex. That's tough.
Especially when you go outside, because there was some grass at the station, right? But it was like covered in dog piss. Like, it's not like I'm going out there next to someone else's
Well,
window
it's
to like
so
stand.
vulnerable. Yeah, like
I'm
all
not.
these people like they could easily see it from the yard.
Yeah,
I mean, even laying
Heinous.
out there was kind of felt vulnerable.
dude, I would go to the public park and lay out on the
I
hill
know,
because
that
I
was
just was like desperate for some sunlight.
Down bad.
I was down bad.
I know the fact that we would.
We used to, Logan and
go
I
to that park
go
and-
to the park every day.
Yeah, I used to run around a lot. It was nice,
Yeah,
but
it's just difficult. The world has not made it easy for us to live with nature as we are meant to. Cancel culture, and then maybe we'll wrap it up.
I think that is overrated because
Mhm.
some people. I mean, everything's so woke now, right? So when something that wasn't woke and was said way back when, like if you watch
It's coming
movies
back
from the
up.
early 2000s, right? Like
Sure.
it's like, oh, this can never be made today.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's just too. It's coming back up.
Yeah, like, oh,
And
your
why-
tweet from 10 years ago, that was
Yeah.
okay then is not okay now. I agree with that to an extent. I kind of like the accountability factor because
I get
some people deserve
making people
it.
accountable, and like I don't know if there's a different way to approach it, but
I don't love the mob mentality of just like, oh, we're attacking this person. Like,
or like
Aziz
never to
Ansari
be,
never deserved to be
never
canceled.
to return again. Like why
I
not
know.
have some redemption?
I know.
The
I
hero's
believe in
journey.
second chances. But I did like when Ellen DeGeneres was canceled. And
Well, I
I
guess
just liked
that's.
that. I don't know.
I think she was just a shitty person day to day. It wasn't
Yes.
like something
It
she
caught
did.
up to her is the thing. I like that. When the
So
karma of it all comes
karma
around.
culture, yeah.
Karma culture. What goes around
It's the name
comes
of the
around,
epi.
bitch. Karma culture.
With
Karma,
K's, two
karma.
K's.
I don't know about that.
Our initials are mine
I
anyway.
know. Yeah,
So I wanna
I
check.
also though feel that cancel culture doesn't last super long because the what's the word? The news cycle, is it still going?
Yeah.
The news cycles are so fast that one week you canceled, the next week we forgot why you were canceled and moved on to someone else by now.
Which
Like
should be a good example of
that's
why
why
you
Blake
shouldn't.
Lively should have shut the fuck up and just waited for things to pass over and then, you know,
See, I
but
even
she's
forgot
too
about that.
loud. She's too loud. She's
The
too
news cycle and TikTok has made us all know-it-alls and
Yeah.
like
Oh my
thinking
God.
we
So
know
arrogant.
that we like what's going on in the world every single day.
Yeah.
That's such a weird concept to look outside of that.
I know.
Because growing up,
Not
I
in
mean,
touch
what did
with
we think about?
reality.
You know, I don't even remember what I would think about.
How would our lives be different if social media never happened? I'm talking MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Vine. If none of that happened and maybe we just had like YouTubers, how different would our day to day be? Probably so different. I didn't have TikTok until COVID. So it's like, before that, what the fuck was I doing?
I
was
know.
blogging. Maybe I'll get back
I
to
know
that.
the fact that I shit on TikTok. Dad had
Yes.
it. Dad was a
I was
pioneer.
like, hello?
Because it was just people
It was
dancing.
just the
It was like
dancing.
musically, you know?
Yeah, I know. I was nanny
And the
girls that were
name
doing
and the
the
logo, I was
musically, and
like,
I was like, this
so
is
lame.
weird. This is weird.
But I know. But like, what did you think about in high school? You know? I mean, I guess video
Myself.
games. I was like concerned about that.
I was concerned with how I appeared. You know?
But now that's even worse because of who's out there. But
Yeah.
you're only seeing like the 1%.
Barely.
It's all a mind trick, you know? There's
Totally.
billions.
Social media, overrated.
It's funny because you brought up that whale, like Save the Whales, and
Yeah.
it made me think of Seaspiracy,
Yeah.
which is fucking insane.
And again, you forget.
Yeah, exactly.
You just
move
forget
on
about
and
everything.
You
eat
know
fish
what?
again.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't that. It was the fishermen. No, it was the
It's the
fish
nets.
nets, right?
Yeah, it's the nets
Not
that are
the
polluting.
Save the Turtles and the
Yeah.
straws, the
Right.
plastic straws
it's
of
the
it all.
fishing industry that is destroying our ocean, and we're being distracted.
Well, the illegal
to
fishing
think
too.
Yes.
Especially
oh my God.
the illegal fishing of
in New Zealand.
dolphins
Did you see
or
that one?
Japan too.
Yeah.
But that reminded me of. Bring it up. I know we forget the title all the time. Social Dilemma.
Social Dilemma. We should watch
So
that
what's
again.
that? I know. Should we just like have a documentary day and like remind ourselves
should.
like, oh my God.
This is what we need to be. Because that's the thing. Social media is not only a distraction, but you're taking in so much information that any prior information just goes out the window. It's like you literally need to make room. You're like, I can't remember all this shit. So I have to like dump half of my short-term memory to remember this new short-term stuff. And the things that are imprinted in your long-term memory are like core memories, like things that had a big impact, things that were different than your day-to-day.
That was in
like
your
Disneyland.
That was
for
in your
Sienna.
physical presence.
Yes, exactly.
Your immediate reality.
Doing things that are different or new are just like more imprinting in your memory. So it's like if you're doing the same thing every day and you're just scrolling, your brain is dumping all of that info that you just took in just to get the new day's TikTok feed. You know?
I wonder if there's like any like devil advocate documentary of Social Dilemma though, because you know you see some of like veganism is the way, right? But then obviously there's going to be the
counter.
Yeah, counters.
But who could really argue that this is like
well, one could argue
the
it's
best
a
for our
tool.
brains? But I think that they go over that as well in the thing.
And think about how many people are now making a living because of that app.
See, it's independence.
And individually, of course, would like to do that, but I also would like to. I don't want to interact. Also,
I know.
I want to just post and then put it away.
I know.
Because the last 2 nights, I've honestly been telling myself, go home, eat food, go to sleep. Go home, eat food. I'm on fucking TikTok for an hour and a half. And you probably saw me. I was online.
I did.
Because that's why you texted me. But I didn't. It's funny because I put my phone down right before that.
Sure.
I swear because I would have replied to you. But and it's like
It's
we talk about this maybe fucking 20 episodes ago.
I know.
They got it.
They make it hard
Maybe
for
we do
you
need to
on
watch that again.
purpose. We should watch it again just to like be like, oh
Because I remember we
yeah,
watched that, we
shit.
like didn't even want to have a phone.
Well, I've actually enjoyed when we have gone on detoxes, but at the same time, what I like about social media is that it's giving everybody the control over their own lives. It's getting rid of the gatekeepers of the entertainment industry, like the agencies,
I mean the
the
exposure,
managers. Like you are in charge of your own destiny.
exposing.
It's completely getting rid of a celebrity to an extent because everyone's a celebrity. Like you know what I mean? Like people, like everyday people.
Yeah, I've thought about
can
that.
be a celebrity. You know what? But we'll end on this.
That's overrating too, though.
Celebrity, fame,
idolizing.
Yeah. We've talked about that.
Damn, we're just current.
I saw.
Just talk about everything.
I saw a good little quote that was like, consider posting to social media a free lottery ticket. Every post,
Higher Up Wellness. That's one of my favorite people to watch. It's true.
Because one of them could take off and you could just be getting creator fund and like income, couple thousand a month, easy. There's literally this girl that just doesn't even have that many followers. She just posts so much that it's just accumulated so many views. She's like, I make 3,000 a month just from posting.
I mean, it's
like,
you gotta respect it too.
Girl, like, yeah, if I could just like pay my rent with some posts.
But not get caught up in being
and anything.
It's just such a weird,
because you have to know the trends
conundrum, because you don't want to be a consumer, but the only way you can make money and be a creator is if people consume your content.
I know.
So I guess that's why maybe you gotta do something that's you're proud of,
or that you're already doing, like you do with your gym stuff.
It's
like things you're already doing
and have been doing since COVID. So.
I just don't have like the energy to be like recording myself all day and editing it. I'm already doing so many other things.
That's the tough part too. Like you get it done and you're like, I'm gonna edit.
What I've been liking recently, we need to end this soon, but
I know
what I was liking recently is just like finding a funny audio. I'm pretty good at lip syncing and pretty good at whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll just literally, it's no editing. I'll just learn this audio. It takes 3 or 4 takes, post without thinking about it. I'm like, oh,
which is weird. Like, I know I've seen videos like that where people just literally mouthing a sound with their facial reactions, and then
I'm like, I could do one
expressions,
a day, you know?
And then that's it. Yeah, millions.
That's how so many famous influencers like literally got famous. Was just like participating in the trends,
the dancing,
or just like talk to camera, like just saying a thought, and then posting it. And then people are like, I agree.
It's a unique community.
It is really unique. And on that note, perfectly rated.
Yeah.
TikTok is that girl.
It's only going to grow.
I'm just curious about social media landscape in 10 years and just the culture and just the Neuralink of it.
Maybe our predictions will be next week.
Ooh, a little see into the future. Thank you so much for listening or watching. If you are on Spotify, hopefully you did a little of both. You
can comment on Spotify now too.
You can comment on our Spotify.
Comment whatever you think is under perfect or overly
if you agreed
rated.
Or disagreed with anything we said, give us a comment because I'm curious.
Over, under, neutral.
And
happy St. Patty's
happy
weekend.
St. Patrick's Day. See you next Tuesday. It's
make your brackets.
Gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bye.